So I was contemplating on making this video for the longest time, but I was always think against it because this is something that's very personal to me and something that I thought that I would take it to my grave. But then I thought, you know what? Why should I not just say it? And because we're gonna die anyway, so why shouldn't I just say it so that people can have some hope if they're going through something just like how I had hope. So yeah, here's the story. So this happened, I would say, long time ago, 6 or 7 years ago, you could say. So I was in deep financial struggles, and a lot of things were going on. So much was going on, and also financial struggles. So it made me like really, really, really depressed, and I was just feeling like, you know what, I just shouldn't exist anymore. And at that time, I always had this thought in me that why was I born? Okay, I always had this thought in me. Why did mom bring me in this earth? Like, why did she do it? And there was like no need of me, so why it wasn't my choice to come here. So I was, you could go say, going through existential crisis. So yeah, I was going through extreme existential crisis, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting teased from everywhere because yeah, things were really bad financially, and I had this feeling that I was not able to support my family just like how I wanted to. So this was like eating me up so bad that I'm such a useless person, and I'm just getting teased from everywhere, and I'm just not able to do what I want to do, and a lot of other things. So basically I was just deep into this. I was spiraling down, and I was asking mom, why did you bring me in this art? And she was like, because, you know, it's good to have kids. I'm like, that was the only reason for my suffering? That you just choose to have kids and because they look nice? Then she was like, you know, people don't think that far when they do. They just want to have kids because it's a blessing. But I was like really against this fact, and I had this constant fight with her that why did you choose to bring me? And the circumstances that she was going through when she had me weren't very nice either. So I was like, when you knew all this is happening, then why did you choose to bring me? So yeah, I was having existential crisis, you could say. And so in me, I was getting so bitter. I was getting so extremely bitter that I cannot like end myself because it's a sin. Like, I'm not a religious person by any stretch. I'm the most vain person you could ever meet, but I believe in God, you could say, to that extent. So I was like, I cannot, because it's a sin, and also because once you come here, it's not that the thought of ending your life that makes you worried, but it's just that there are people around you that will be affected. For me, there were kids that look up to me, some kids in my family that I'm really close to, and they were like, what would, like, their life has just started, what impact would it have on them if they were to know that their favorite big sister did this? So I was having that. Also, I was a little bit a coward, you could say, and it was a sin. So there was a lot of things, and what would happen to my family if I'm gone, like who would take care of them, and all these things like was going on in my mind. So I was stuck from there. I cannot end it. Things weren't going right either, so I was stuck from there as well. I had no choice to come here. So I was like, God, what's going on? What's going on? So yeah, I was like really depressed. So I was mad that I did not have a choice in all of this. So I became really bitter, and I just wanted to end it all, but I just did not have the strength to. Days passed by like this, and I was getting increasingly bitter until one day until one day. Uh, I had a dream. In that dream, you could say it's a dream, but it was a very different thing going on. So in that dream, I saw that I had a bullet to my heart, and I was like, whatever my responsibilities that I manage in home, I'm giving it to my brother and to my mother. And in my mind, I know that I will be gone in a couple of minutes, and everything is just so peaceful. Everything is so peaceful. Like, even if I'm gone, things will be fine. Like, I don't need to worry about my family after I'm gone, because everything will be okay. They will manage. It's okay. So I had like, and my mom was pretty okay. I saw my brother was pretty okay, and they were like learning what I was like telling them, how I do this, how I do that, and how I manage stuff. So they were like learning, so that they will take it up after me. And I was like seeing all of this. Like, I was an observer, and I was also like moving around in the dream. So that happened, and after that there was like all pitch black, and a voice came. You could say it wasn't like a voice. It was like someone said something, but it wasn't the voice of someone else that I can say, but it was just something that came up in me, but it wasn't my saying. You could say that I did not like bring you here to suffer, and if you really don't want to go, if you really want to go, the choice is yours. So at that point, I had like, it wasn't a dream anymore. At that point, I just knew that I'm at the very edge of life, and if I were to say yes, I would just cease to exist. It was so peaceful. It was so homely. And I just knew that if I were to say yes, the lights would go out, and I would just cease to exist. So at that point, what came up in me was that, when I was standing at the edge of life, what came up in me was that I'm just so struggling, and I want this all to be good. So at that point, I realized what I really wanted was not to end myself, but was to end this ongoing struggling in my life. And especially like, I was struggling financially a lot at that time. So that came up in me, and I started to have a lot of ideas, like, I should do this, I did not try this, I did not try that, maybe I would do this. So you could say, to a certain extent, I was clinging on to life. And after that, I just woke up. I can't tell you, the bitterness in me just vanished after that. Like, it doesn't exist. This existential bitterness that I had in me, that I would always blame mom for bringing me into this world, it doesn't exist anymore, because it felt like God gave me a choice. It was like, I clearly heard that I did not bring you here to suffer, and if you really want to go, it can happen. In a way that everything is settled. Don't worry about anyone else. Do you really want to go? The choice was all mine. At that point, I did not care about the kids looking up to me. I did not care about my family. I did not care about anything else. It was just my decision if I wanted to go. And you could see that I was clinging on to life because I really did not want it to go. I just wanted the struggle to end. And after this dream, I would say my bitterness just vanished. Now, did things get better? Hell yeah, they did, bro. Hell yeah. starters, I would say like things started to work out in my favor shortly after that. Like, I wouldn't say very shortly, but yeah, shortly. So things started to work out in my favor, and I started to take care of my family financially and otherwise as well. And yeah, things started to get so much better. Internally, things cleared up so much more, because that was the struggle I had all my life, that I hate that I don't have a choice sometimes. Like, it's one thing that I don't like. I want to have a choice. I want to have my own, like, I want things of my own choosing. So, but life was not something that I choose for myself. But when God gave me that choice, it just, like, bitterness vanished like it did not even exist. It's not that I don't get depressed now, I don't get hopeless now, or it's just like none of this happened. No, it happens a lot. I cry a lot, I get depressed a lot, I get hopeless sometimes. All of this happened, but it's just that I tend to bounce back quickly, knowing that God did not bring me here to suffer. It's just life. I just started to appreciate life so much more, and I really, even at that time, I wanted to see how my life turns out and what's gonna happen in my life, because I've lived this far. I want to see what happens next. So I started to appreciate life so much more, and knowing that we are going to die anyway. Death is inevitable. So let's see what this life is all about. Let's see what happens. It's just this constant thing in me that no matter how bad things are gonna be, it's still gonna be okay. Things will be okay, you know? So having this assurity, like, you don't see the things same way anymore. You don't, it's not like bad things don't happen in my life. A lot of shit happens, you know? I don't even know where to start, bro. But yeah, a lot of shit happens. But at the same time, I always have this assurity in me that it's gonna be all okay. To be honest, this story was something that I thought that I would take it to my grave, because it just felt so personal. But hey, we are gonna die anyway. So if this story can give someone hope that are struggling to live just like how I was at one time, it's not that I don't anymore. I also do sometimes too, but life is so much more beautiful. I'm appreciating life so much more. And you know what? I'm not even religious. Like, I'm just an average Gen Z girl. Yeah, very average. Just, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to God to give me this hope when I had none. So what I'm trying to say is, if someone is struggling, I hope this story helps you just a little bit and makes you realize that really God really did not bring us here to suffer, and shit happens in life, a lot of it, but trust that God is the best mentor. And I'm not saying this in a proud way, but I'm just saying in a genuine appreciation of his mentorship, that I really, 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 really am loving what I'm becoming. He has made me into such a strong person that I feel like my inner child feels so much more safe. And if I were to get an adult like myself when I was a child, I feel like I wouldn't have been so messed up. Yeah, I feel like my inner child feels a lot more secure with me. And if I had gotten myself as an adult, like as a child, an adult like that, I would feel like she would feel so much more secure and protected. So yeah, God knows how to train you. Yeah, we it's our first time in this life, but he has been doing this since the beginning of time. So trust his mentorship, and whatever life is throwing at you, it's throwing at you for a reason. It's not because it wants to make you suffer or want to tease you like how I used to think. It's nothing like that. So yeah, basically this was the story, and I hope this gave you just a teeny tiny bit hope if you're struggling. Life is genuinely beautiful, and now my stance on life is I'm just so much more. I just demand the craziest things now from God. Very delusional. It don't matter, it just ask whatever you want from God and he will give it to you, but he will train you as well. And I don't mind the training at all. I don't mind the training, I just want the thing. So yeah, it's just that I have become so much more lively, so much more happy and cheerful, and yeah, I just want to see how this life turns out. And we're gonna die anyway, so let's just appreciate this life while we have it. Let's just see what happens. It's okay. I just cry so much. I just get sometimes hopeless. I just get depressed, but I also bounce back up. It's okay. It's okay. So yes, if you're struggling and if you don't know, you can't make sense of life, just know that you might not know what's happening, but God knows what's happening. So if nothing else, just have faith. Yes, so I want to see how this life turns out. It's good. I want to make the best of this life. All the good things, all the amazing things, all the best things that I can have. It's okay. There is nothing bad about it. And yeah, when we die, it's okay. That's also fine, So yep, that's my story. Catch you guys in another video. Bye bye.